In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create your first relational database in Notion. By the end, you'll have a simple database setup that you can expand and customize for your own projects, notes, or tasks. First, open a page in Notion where you want your database to live. This can be an existing page in your workspace, like a dashboard or a project page, or you can create a brand new one from the sidebar. It's usually a good idea to dedicate a clean page for your first database so you can experiment without clutter. Once the page is open, click into the empty space so your text cursor is active and ready. Now, we're going to use one of Notion's most useful shortcuts. Start typing a /, then the word database right after it. So that's /database with no quotes. As you type, Notion will open a small menu of options related to databases. This / command is how you quickly access features like tables, boards, calendars, and more without hunting through menus. In the menu that appears, look for the basic database options. You'll usually see choices like a full-page database or an inline database. For this walkthrough, click on the standard database option that appears in the list. Notion will then insert a new database directly into your page. By default, it will look like a table with a few starter columns such as name and maybe a tags column, depending on your version and settings. At this point, you've technically created a database, but to make it relational and truly useful, you need to define the information it stores. This is where properties come in. At the top of the table, next to the existing column headers, you'll see a button or link that says Add Property. Go ahead and click on that. When you click Add Property, Notion prompts you to choose what kind of property you want. Properties are the fields that describe each entry in your database, like text, numbers, dates, checkboxes, or relations to other databases. Even if you're just starting out, it's helpful to think about what information you want to track. For example, you might add a date property for deadlines, a select property for status, or later on, a relation property that links this database to another one, such as projects or clients. For now, just focus on adding the properties you know you'll use. You can always rename them, change their type, or delete them later as your system grows. And that's the basic setup for creating your first relational-ready database in Notion.